I heard through the grapevine, Proud Mary, Green River. Um, I put a spell on you. Have you ever seen the rain? The list goes on the classics from CCR. By far, some of my favorite reactions, some of my favorite moments, um, ever, on this channel. And anytime we have an opportunity to react to them, we take it very seriously. This is serious business. Anytime we react to CCR, it's serious business. It is not. He's on this in a little bit. It's not something we play with. This is serious business. All right, serious business. So this is Run Through the Jungle, and I don't know why I'm getting a war song. I'm getting like a war feel based off the title. And I recently asked after the Guns N' Roses. Why am I blanking? No, really it was the Alice in Chains Roosters. And then the Guns N' Roses song came from that. But what's the name of the Guns N' Roses? Why am I blanking? Oh, nah, that's about to piss me off. What's the name of the song I just reacted to by Guns N' Roses? That just pissed me off. Hold on. I ain't gonna let it go. Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses. Civil War. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, I recently asked what are some of the greatest rock anti-war or war songs. And I don't remember seeing this, so I'm going to assume it's not a war song. But I don't know why I'm getting that feel from the title, but we'll see. No visuals, so we just going to rock out. We going to listen to it. But I'm excited, man. Every time we got a CCR song, we sit up and we get ready for greatness. So, John, take it away. What did he say? 2 million guns, locked and loaded. This is a war song. He said something in the first part. You know, that country twang, that country accent, and you know something that I always been wanting to say about a lot of these older songs. While they're not mixed and mastered the greatest in regards to like vocals and like how sometimes the music can drown out the voice and that type of thing. I that is mixing and engineering. And I noticed with a lot of CCR music, they put it's almost like John's voice has an echo on a lot of his songs. But on a lot of their music, the music does kind of drown out John's voice. But it almost seems like it's done purposely. But that's just something I noticed with a lot of old songs, just technology and where we are today. A lot of songs, you could definitely hear the difference in the mixing and engineering. But hold on, let me see the lyrics. Well, thought it was a nightmare. Lord, it was so true. They told me don't go walking slow. The devil's on the loose, right? Uh, thought I heard rumbling, calling to my name. 200 million guns are locked and loaded. Satan cries, take aim. I think this is a war song. I think this is a slow song. I mean, a war song. All that walking slow, in a lot of Vietnam footage I saw, they did a bit of walking, but every time they started to walk and kind of let their guards down, things would pop off, and they ended up running through the jungle. This gives me Vietnam War feels, but we'll keep listening. But I'm picking up things as we go.
Better run through the jungle. Better run through the jungle. What don't beg to see.
Yeah, that's an anti-war song. Well, I won't say anti-war, but it definitely, over on the mountain, thunder, magic spoke. Let the people know my wisdom, fill the land with smoke. That's a war song. That's a war song. But a lot of CCR music, I don't know why. Why this camera? I could have sworn I wasn't like that. A lot of CCR music, when I really think about it, again, not war music, but it gives a very Vietnam feel. And I don't know if it was just because of the times, but they give me a very just late 60s, early 70s, and we do know that is their time frame of their prime and their popularity. But they just give me a Vietnam, like I could tell a lot of soldiers probably listen to them. I could just tell. Like I feel like I've seen movies, video games, etc. That mentioned or are centered around Vietnam, and I just hear their music a lot. Not necessarily their music, but I get that feel. The music that I get from them, it gives me that time frame, Anyway, it definitely seemed like a anti-war song. I mean, well, a war song, but let's see what good old Google tells us. 1970, double A side single, on the Cosmos Factory album. Oh wow, it was released 1 month after it was recorded. It was recorded in March, but released in April of 70. John has songwriting and producing credit. Fantasy Records. The song's title and lyrics, as well as the year it was released, have led many to assume that the song is about the Vietnam War. The fact that previous Creedence Clearwater revival songs such as Fortunate Son were protest songs of Vietnam added to this belief. John explained that the song actually is about the proliferation of guns in the United States. This is a quote from John. The thing I wanted to talk about was gun control and proliferation of guns. I remember reading around that time that there was one gun for every man or woman and child in America, which I found staggering. So somewhere in the song, I think I said 200 million guns are loaded. Not that anyone else has the answer, but I did not have the answer to the question. I just had the question. I just thought it was disturbing that it was such a jungle for our citizens to walk around in our own country, at least having to be aware that there are as many private guns owned by some responsible and maybe many irresponsible people. Boy, things just don't change, do they? You know, that is a very popular debate right now in politics. I think right now we're at, I forgot the exact number, but I know only heading into the halfway mark of the year, heading into the 6th month of the year, I think we're about to touch triple digits for mass shootings in the United States. It's been a rough year. It's been a rough year for mass shootings and just shootings in general, but especially mass shootings. That's the thing about music, man. It never really dies. You know, these messages from these songs, the ideologies, the feel, it never goes away. Because honestly, nothing really changes. Of course, I don't think mass shootings were as prevalent as they are back then as they are now, but John, you know, I would love to know what was crime like in the 70s. Like, was it like now you can't turn on the news without today 2 people shot and killed at local restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, literally half of the news is just murder, and you know, while people die every day, millions of people die every day, I would love to know what the stats were in the U.S. for just murder and how was it covered in the news and how the word got around. I know newspapers and all of that, but just how was it framed? You know, like now you can't have a crime that involves a gun without gun control being brought up. Like, was that normal in the 70s? 1969, 70? Like, just out of curiosity, the fact that John thought to write something like this, I would really love to know what the times were, you know. Unfortunately, the only person that I could have asked that question in my personal life is gone. Maybe I could ask my dad. My dad is a late 60s guy, so actually no, mid 60s. So maybe I could ask him. But I would love to know from y'all, from those who were alive and of age to remember, you know, the fact that he wrote a song like this in the 70s. And again, we are having this exact same problem today. And clearly, because of what I read, people took this. Vietnam was on the front of everybody's mind. So, that seems to be what everybody thought the theme of the song was. But coming from John, it was about gun control. I would love to know, was gun control like a conversation back then? Honestly, But to the song itself, hey, I'm not gonna lie. When that harmonica came in, I thought it was a guitar solo. And then I'm really sitting there listening. I'm like, that's a freaking harmonica. So that caught me off guard. But that was and that's definitely a first. I don't think I've heard a harmonica solo. No, I did on a Zeppelin song. Was it You Shook Me? I think I remember Robert Plant having a harmonica solo. But it's very rare. But it's such a unique sounding instrument. And you definitely feel. Harmonica is a feel instrument. Like, you're meant to feel something when you hear the harmonica. And boy, that was a great solo. Who did that actually? If it say John, I'ma lose my mind. You're not gonna tell me? If it was John, I'ma lose my mind. It don't say. Okay. Great song. Great song. And a song that remains relevant today. That was my question for the day. Just let me know, for John to write a song about this in 1970, what were the gun control conversations back then, and how was crime viewed back then, just in general? Very interested to know that. But once again, CCR did it again. Great music, great feels, great message, great overall, great. Not a negative word to say. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about it in the comments section. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, with Creedence Clearwater Revival. Peace.